Hey guys, it's Jynnette with Anderson Alchemy, here to give you your tarot reading for the month of December 2017. This is for the sign of Leo, so if you have a Leo rising, sun, or moon sign, this is for you. I am currently taking bookings for 2018 forecasts, so if you would like a tarot, astrology, or a combination of both, definitely book a session with me on my website, andersonalchemy.com. You can do either or I do also have package deals where if you get both, you get them at a discounted rate, okay? So definitely reach out to me there. Also wanted to say that this month the energy is asking for a different way of the cards to be laid. Spirit's been taking me through a lot of different transformation and spiritual initiations the past couple months and also very recently, so it's going to look different than it has in the past for the spread. I don't know if this is going to continue moving forward, but I have to follow what Spirit tells me. So I hope that you enjoy and that you get something out of it. Let's go ahead and get into your cards, okay? So I did pull a card for, there's an overall energy, I should say, for all of the signs this month, and that is the energy of home. Now, if you notice in this card, because this is my Oracle deck, the Brawl to Lay deck, you have a pyramid of stairs going up to this great cosmic egg with the triangle in the middle. And this is really speaking to me of the Mother God energy, okay? So the Great Mother, the Cosmic Mother, and even more specifically, because Saturn is conjunct the Galactic Center, our galactic mother, you know, the galactic center is the great black hole at the center of our galaxy, and it is both a generator of source life as well as the destroyer and transmuter of it, and that is a really powerful energy, and we're currently being inundated in a big way with that right now, but also with Saturn going into Capricorn at the end of December in the winter solstice, we're really going to be sitting in this deep, dark womb energy. So I invite you overall, for all signs, to really enjoy and sit in the cosmic mother energy, okay? So the overall energy for you, Leo, is the Faith card, and I love this card. This also corresponds to the Nine of Wands. And this really does speak to a balance of your heart and your mind in moving forward. And I love the flame there at the center because it speaks to the strength of your spirit. It speaks to the strength of your heart. It speaks to the strength of the love you have for yourself and for life and for the people around you. It's a really beautiful energy to have for the month of December. So kudos to you. It's a beautiful balance. And this is, you know, this feels more like that Sagittarian energy for you, which is trying to you, and that's where Saturn is for the first half of the month. So yeah, this is a really beautiful influence that you're having. Now, I pulled two cards from the Rider-Waite deck for the Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine energy. So you can take this in terms of gender, but if you are a light worker or someone who has just woken up or going through an ascension process, you actually want to pay attention to both, because the Divine Feminine energy is actually referring to the soul or your soul, and the Divine Masculine energy is actually referring to your consciousness, okay? So soul meaning the non-physical source which gives rise to all life, consciousness being the framework and the manifesting ability of the soul itself. So these two are interdependent. This can also relate to yin and yang energy, receptive or reactive and proactive, or what have you, okay? So with that said, for the masculine energy, you have the Hierophant or the High Priest. So this is a major arcana. So this is a big deal. This is really speaking to you either coming to a place of spiritual authority in yourself or having to come to terms with being under spiritual guidance. Whether that's in the physical or in the spiritual. You're really going to be looking at, you know, your belief systems, faith, actually, in general, yeah, because it's right here, and that being connected to that which is beyond your understanding. Okay, so that comes potentially as a challenge or a furthering or evolution of where you are now spiritually. Now, for the feminine energy, you have the Four of Swords, and this is a resting energy. This is a more of a meditative energy, and this usually shows up when there's been a lot of change that's happened, and there's a process of integration and incubation, and just rest that needs to be had. Beautiful card for this time of year because, you know, it is fall, but we will be transitioning into winter with the winter solstice on the 21st. And that is in the northern hemisphere, or for all of us on planet Earth, it is a time of rest. There has to be a time of inactivity. And because it is sword energy, it does speak to the mind and spirit. So just rest. You don't have to be, you know, going back and forth. Sit in more of this quiet flame and allow the deeper parts of you to be restored from the Divine Mother. Okay. Now below here, I did pull a blind spot read from, or blind spot spread from the Thoth deck. So normally it's just 4 cards, but 2 popped out for the final position. So when I get to that, I'll explain. I'll see what happens. Now, in terms of how you're showing up right now, you have actually the Seven of Swords energy. Now, the Seven of Swords energy I actually really like because it speaks to your ability to not be thrown off course by outside distractions or internal distractions. You know, this can be mental, this can be thoughts, errant thoughts that are running wild. This could be second guessing. This can be doubt, self-sabotaging patterns, that kind of thing, what have you. But the sword in the middle is really clear. It knows where it's going, and there is a balance between, again, the mind and the heart energy, and I love that. Yeah, it's an amazing card for you. So I like that you're showing up for this month because, especially after having such an explosive summertime with all that fire energy, this time of being able to come to a place of rest, more stillness, more balance is definitely needed and appropriate for you. So enjoy it. Now, in terms of how you are choosing to move forward in the month and your objective, your personal will, you have the Three of Swords, which is Saturn in Libra. I actually really like this card because it speaks to an ability of seeing clearly decisions you have to make. It is, again, speaking to being balanced in your mind and heart and not being in a place where you're making choices from a spot of just being fully in your mind or being fully in your emotion, because neither is a good place to be without being informed by the other. Okay, there does need to be a balance of the two. So I do like to see that because, especially with that Saturn energy being so prevalent right now, it does speak to mastery in this ability to do so. So I think what's coming through right now is that you are you're making a conscious choice to move forward in your life now, making decisions and taking actions that are going to be based in internal passion and logic so that you can stay focused and be effectual and not just efficient or not just kind of all over the place. Okay. Now, in terms of where spirit is directing life and what you're being moved towards, so this is, you know, divine will, what's outside of your control, you have the Two of Cups. So beautiful energy, Two of Cups here. So, you know, this can be moving into some kind of partnership, but since Cups energy for me is also related to the soul itself, this can also speak to you coming into a balance again in your soul and in your spirit. Regardless, there does speak to a beautiful relationship between you and life, whether that's through another person or with life in general, in creating that which you desire and having a sense of emotional fulfillment. It is a creative energy. It is a card of, again, like collaboration. So that's beautiful energy that you're moving into. So maybe what this means is that you are coming to a place where you are starting to understand more clearly now how to interact with others, while still remaining in your power, but being balanced in the power dynamics in your relationships. Now, in terms of what is of help to you underneath the surface in like kind of the unconscious realm, if you will, or the subconscious realm, you have the Knight of Wands, which in this deck is the King of Fire, and you have the Six of Cups. So, so this to me can be read in two ways. This can be this could actually represent a person that you possibly are in a relationship, or a new relationship that comes in, whether again romantic or platonic or business related. Someone that is really powerful, charismatic, has vision for life, and that is going to be some kind of soul companion. And again, soul companion soulmate or soul companion doesn't mean necessarily romantic. It just means someone that is helping to catalyze a new expression or the next level of experience for your soul. So that is really powerful. This can also be how the underlying power that you have that you may not necessarily be aware of, that's activating on your behalf. So you, as essentially creator incarnate, as the king of fire, being able to take the inspiration, the creativity, and the passion and motivation that you have, and actually be able to go through the process of manifestation in a brilliant way that only Leo can. And that this is because there is, or there has been, or will be in this month, a healing and a restoration of the true nature of your soul. And because that's that Six of Cups energy. It's a feeling like you are, like you've come home, or that you are in that home energy, which is related again to the overall energy for all the signs this month, the home card. So overall, a beautiful month. It seems like it's going to be more of an internal sense of balance and restoration and rest for you. But it's a really beautiful energy. It's really sweet, if you will. I can't think of another word, but it's lovely energy. Great job, Leo. So that is your reading. That is your reading for that's your reading for the month of December. Like I said, if you'd like to book a reading for me for 2018 forecast, be sure to do so on my website, andersonalchemy.com. You can do tarot, astrology, or a combination of both for a reduced price. Okay, so check out the package deals on the website. Follow me on social media. I'm on Instagram and Facebook at Anderson Alchemy. And I look forward to seeing you in a new year. Have a blessed month. Bye.